Hello everyone and welcome back to Expletives Included for the 5th day of Vlogmas. The 5th day. And I am running out of ideas, possibly. And also a brief introduction. I think I've decided what I mainly want to do with Vlogmas is possibly try to train myself to be more concise and a bit shorter in my vlogs. I can tend to ramble on a bit. So I've put a bit of a deadline on myself. There's only 15 minutes left of memory on the memory card of my camera, because it has no internal memory. Blah, blah, blah. That's not important. That's the stuff which we should cut out. So I'm also probably going to have to do this in one take. Yesterday Keir talked about his favourite books, and I thought, well, I should talk about my favourite video games. But I think I already have several times on the channel, possibly. If you don't know, it's Final Fantasy Tactics Advance, and possibly Tactics Ogre, and those kind of games, and a few others, I don't know. And what I thought I would talk about instead is favourite films. Films are things that we haven't really talked all that much about on Expletives Included, which is strange, because like the early years of mine and Keir's friendship, basically almost exclusively watching films, and a big portion of our friendship now is Keir telling me off for not having watched certain films, like the Star Trek series. Even the only one that I've seen Wrath of Khan and one or two others possibly. I've missed out on a lot, and that's just unthinkable. And I wanted to talk about just my favourite films, like the ones that I will watch again and again and never get bored of. And I just kind of thought that most of them are animated films, and I kind of thought I could save that for another day, because I decided I wanted to talk about films. So I went upstairs to my DVD collection and I tried to find a few, because I got quite a few DVDs from back when they were the thing. And I got a few choice picks, which I'm just going to run through. Let's not start with you. Let's start, yes. A film that I remember, I saw this part of it when I was a child, and I didn't really understand. I didn't know what it was, and kind of came across it again later in life. It's got a massive online following. The Princess Bride, which is just, it's high fantasy. I remember I used to really dislike the bookends. The bookends, rather. It's essentially, The Princess Bride is a story which is being told by a grandfather to his sick grandson. And the more I watched it, the more I kind of grew up, I guess, the more I kind of enjoy the bookend. I think it does really nicely kind of tie the film together, and it's this really interesting lens, and it does. I don't think the movie would be as strong without it. So yeah, I've kind of grown on that aspect of the film, but I still always will love just Wesley, and I don't know, the love aspect isn't kind of that great. It's kind of not really explained, but just that first kind of introductory scene where it's just as you wish, and Farm Boy, and I don't know, I think maybe it's a bit lacking in the script, but the actors kind of make up for it, if that's what I'm trying to say, I guess. And so yeah, that's just a high fantasy that I'll just love watching again and again and again. And again, talking about high fantasy, I kind of needed at least one Schwarzenegger film in this list, because I'm a big fan of Schwarzenegger. So let's go with a very early one, Conan the Barbarian. Is it Barbarian? Yes. There's a second one which wasn't as good. I think I've watched it. If I did, then it was very forgettable. I've probably sorted out. And it also has James Earl Jones. Everyone loves James Earl Jones. Again, high fantasy, you're seeing a theme. You've probably noticed a theme that, we're all massive fantasy nerds here. Just the Atlantean sword. If you want to know about the book, then go talk to Keir, because he's the book guy. You want to know about the film, then probably still go to Keir, because he's kind of the film guy as well. But I really like the film. So it's got everything that you want. It's just I try and say something other than it's just got a semi-naked young Schwarzenegger. I'm bad at this. There are yeah, there are titties in this movie. Watch it for that, not for the... Moving on. DOA, let's... I was going to save this for last, but why not? Dead or Alive. It's stupid, it's campy, it's so much fun. And I do like martial arts films. I probably could have chosen one which is a bit more highbrow, but there's none that really kind of fit. Time check. I've got plenty of time. I remember like when I was young I just really loved Jackie Chan and it got me really into martial arts, and I did kind of get to purple belt in Shukukai karate, which because different types of martial arts, the grading, the belts, the colours have like a different order, different significance. In my school of karate it went from like white, red, yellow, orange, green, blue, purple, brown, black. So I got a fair way. I did it for quite a while. And Jackie Chan was a big part of that because he was really funny as well. And like the action was really great. I remember like some of my favourites were Who Am I? I loved Jackie Chan's Adventures, the cartoon. And later one that I really enjoyed, yeah, like I think it was his first film, The Drunken Master. That was a great film as well. And there are like many others that I love and enjoy, but DOA I guess is, I don't know how to explain. It's just such campy fun. Everything about it is fun. The fighting is fun, the TNA is fun, the ludicrousness of a lot of it is fun. It's just, yeah, it's just very, very fun. It's enjoyable to watch on tons of levels. Yeah. On to the next one. Back to the kind of high fantasy-ish. Highlander. There can be only one. And then you kind of make the jokes about there should have been only one because every instance of Highlander other than actual Highlander. So, yes, Conor MacLeod from the Clan MacLeod. I kind of am a bit cautious about calling this high fantasy. I know that it probably technically is. It's a race of immortals who go around sword fighting. But it's set in present day, which seems kind of a disconnect to me, but maybe that's why I really like it. Because there is these parallels and this juxtaposition of these kind of two worlds. And again, just awesome sword fighting. It's got Sean Connery, who just... How can you not love Connery? I mean, he did all of these great things. Like... So, and then moving on. I mentioned it earlier. Star Trek Wrath of Khan. I don't know, it's just... Like I said, I haven't seen a lot of Star Trek films. But probably that is in part because the only one that I have on DVD is Star Trek Wrath of Khan. And if I've got Star Trek Wrath of Khan, why would I want any other Star Trek movie? Because it just doesn't hold up. There is no kind of Star Trek that... I mean, even... I just don't think I've seen anything in Star Trek that kind of holds up. I do love Captain Jean-Luc, and I love Q, and all that stuff, but just, yeah. Khan Noonien Singh, and just there are so many great bits about it where he's just talking about these earworms that it will wrap themselves around the cerebral cortex and make you very susceptible to suggestion. Blah, blah, blah. And just from hell's heart I stab at thee. And there's just so much great stuff in the film, and it's... I don't know how to do it justice just off the top of my head. It's been a while since I've watched a lot of these. Like, as I said, a lot of the films that I watch at the moment are just animated stuff. Like anime, cartoons, Disney, whatever. Like the last couple of films I've seen have all been like Disney, Pixar. It's and I do want to kind of go back and watch them. I might watch one or two, but I'm actually still ill. I can feel my throat just kind of drying out and getting croaky and I'm very tired. But it's the weekend and I don't have lots of plans for the weekend, so it's not going to be restful. Another life update. I realised that my beard was getting very scraggly in my last vlog, and I'm not sure. I did try to trim it because I want to grow a big beard. As a scientist now, cough lab assistant, cough cleaner, I want like a proper beard. I live in Shropshire, birthplace of Charles Darwin. I should have a Darwin beard. Like, but just like, whenever it gets a bit longer than this, and possibly, I don't know, you be the judge, even at this length, it seems very scraggly. And it just, there's this transitional period from having like the kind of close-cut beard to having the proper beard that I guess just is unavoidably awkward. So that's like the life update from the past couple of days. Tired, still ill, blah blah blah, beard. Those are like a couple of my favourite live action films. I could have done like a list of my favourite highbrow, and I would have Kenneth Branagh's Hamlet, which is just amazing, but so long. You need to like put a day, or I could have talked about the original Lord of the Rings films, or I could have talked about the Hobbit films. They're very fun, but they're not really highbrow. I'm doing this thing where I ramble at the end again. I'm going to cut it off now. Thank you for watching. We'll see you again tomorrow for whatever Kier's talking about, and then me again in 2 days. Until then.